Alright guys, so Fuller coming at you with another video. Shout out to the whole DVC. So I kind of calmed down from the fight last night and I watched it again. And I still have the same conclusion that Ugas won that fight 7 rounds to 5 rounds in his favor. The knockdown in the 12th round was a knockdown. I watched it again and again, and it hit him behind the ear. That's what I saw from the fight. Cooking off the last video that I made before the one I just put out. Cuban fighters must add to their arsenal in order to win fights, in order to get decisions, because I'm seeing this a lot. It's been a history of like robberies in the Cuban boxing professional circuit. We saw the robbery with Erislandy Lara versus Paul Williams. We saw the robbery with Erislandy Lara versus Canelo. And now we see the robbery with Erislandy Lara versus Castano. And now we have the Dennis Ugas robbery versus Sean Porter. So what Cuban fighters need to do now is they still need to box, but they now need to be aggressive, smart boxers, meaning that they still have to show all the technical brilliance, but they have to add a killer instinct to that technical brilliance. Due to the fact they come from this amateur background, which heavily emphasizes points. They, in my opinion, personally, they have a fan-friendly style. Me personally, I just think there's nothing better than looking at a guy countering a guy or being close range at a guy and making that guy miss badly, like we saw with Ugas last night. I mean, Sean Porter, there were times where Sean Porter was swinging at the fences, basically. That Ugas demonstrated distance control to a T. For me, that was beautiful. But for the common fan, it's not beautiful. It's considered, cowardice. So, now, we're at a stage where Cubans have to be aggressive, but still smart in their aggression. We're at that stage now in the game. They have to, I want to say, in a way, take a page out of Pretty Boy Floyd's book. And I hate to mention his name, but when you look at Pretty Boy Floyd in his earlier days when he was earning his stripes, he would, when he had you hurt, he was gonna go for broke. He was gonna go for it. He was gonna try to knock you out or stop you. Cuban fighters have to do that. After watching the fight again, Ugas there was times where he was showboating. But at the same time, if I'm a judge, I'm still going to give the fight to Ugas based on the fact he had Sean Porter on the back foot. He was stalking his prey. So for me, that counts as ring general shit. You're cutting off the ring. You're stalking your prey. You're saying, come on, let's go. Let's get it. You know, you're trying to push the action, basically. So therefore, I still had to give Ugas the fight. But I guess what needed to be done on Ugas's point is he really needed to stop Sean Porter. When he had him in the corner, he needed to somehow use his lead hand, and then use his rear hand and just go to the body. Use his lead hand as a rangefinder and then go to the body, and then the body work will follow head work. You know what I mean? He needed to follow that blueprint. And I think if he would have did that, he would have hurt Sean Porter. He would have been able to unleash a fury of punches and therefore come away with a new strap. And I would have been way happier to have him have the new strap key because he's willing to fight. Cubans, for the most part, are willing to fight anybody. You know, they come from a situation of necessity. So they're willing to take a challenge, you know. And so with that being said, you know, I just want to make a short video about this subject. I think I'm still a firm believer in the Cuban style. I still endorse the Cuban style of boxing, but when the Cubans get into the pro ranks, what they need to do now is they need to add that aggression to it while still being technically gifted, while still being defensively responsible. And I think if they do that, I don't think anybody can beat them, you know, because not only will you have the boxing skill, but you'll also have the dog in you. You know, I think that's what they have to do. You know, if you want to be fair, you can say, well, yeah, Ugas could have did more. You can say that, but still, you will have to say he did enough. I mean, Sean Porter's face after the fight was a telling thing. You know, that's how I feel. His face, I mean, his eyes were nearly closed, bro. He had a lump on his head. I don't know if that lump happened from a headbutt or a counter punch, but yep. But that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and I'm out. Enjoy.